All right, so now there's a tricky bit here. It's quite fast, and Slash plays this with a wah-wah, so I'll play it for you slowly. That's the first bit. All right, so what you're doing here is 8 hammer onto 9 on the G. And then you're going to play 7 on the B, hammer onto 8 off to 7, so. And then hit 9 on the G. And then go back to 7 on the B again, up to 10 on the B. So. Then you're going to hit 7 on the high E, hammer onto 8. Okay, off to 7 again. And then that's a tricky bit. So then you're up 7 to 11, pull off to 7 again. Now, so far you've got this. Once you've done that, slide from 7 up to 8 and then to 11. So let me play that again. And then slide up to 12, 11, 12, 14, 11, 12, 15. And then you're going to go 12, 14, pull 15, off to 14, off to 12, 15 on the B, back to 12, a lot of notes here on the high E, and then bend 15. So let me play that at slow. That's a lot of notes. You're going to have to watch this a few times, I think, to get this. Woo, I'm glad that's done. Okay, that's the hardest bit, really. Then you're into this. So what you're doing here is 15 on the B, up twice, re-pick it, let it down, pull off to 13, all right, on the B, and then finally hit 14 on the G. And again. Then you go up to 17 here on the B, and you do this 4 times. And on the 4th time, you want to catch the G string. This is a funny technique where you bend up the B string, upper holster, but you catch the G string under your fingers. Okay, now when you've done that, hit 15 on the high E, and then you go. So bend up 17. Let down, pull off to 15, 17, and then slide off. So. All right, now we've got this lick. So this is a nice little pentatonic lick where you're bending up. So bend up 15 on the B, and then 12 on the high E to 15 on the B to 12 on the B. Then you're going to come on the 14 on the G, bend up, let down, pull off to 12 on the G. And then 14 on the G to 12 on the G, 12 on the G, okay, back to 14, and then you're going to do a little kind of bending thing where you're bending up 14 on the G, and with your little finger hit 15 on the B, so you got that sound, so you're bending, catching 15 on the B, and re-picking it, letting it down and up again. So you've got that sound there. So let me just take it from. Nice kind of lick that. Now into a little repetitive lick, goes like this. So what you're doing here is 12 on the G, hammer onto 14, off to 12, 14 on the D, back to 12, so far you got this. Here's the last bit, that's 14 on the D to 12 on the D, back to 14 on the D. So, now you do a little muted thing where you go, where you're just holding the D. So you do that twice, all right? The same lick with the muting. This might feel a bit weird at first. Okay, now we have a little repetitive, nice pattern, kind of ascending pattern. So you're doing this. So at 12 up to 14 on the G, pull off to 12 again. 14 on the D, 12 on the G twice, 14 on the D to 12 on the D. So, and then you go 14 on the G twice, 12 on the G, 14 on the G. 12 on the B twice, 14 on the G, back to 12 on the B, and then that's 15 on the B twice, 12 on the B, and back to 15 there. Okay, so okay, now we're into this nice little repetitive pattern. So what you're doing here, you're doing this lick 4 times, all right? So you're going bend up 15 on the B, 12 on the high E to 15 off to 12. Okay? And then bend up 14 on the G. So now to get back into the loop again, you go 12. 12, 15 to 12 again, so. And then it repeats. Right now, on the 4th time, you're going to go, and then you're going to bend up this 15 on the high E. And then you're going to hammer on 12 to 15, back off to 12 again, and then you're going to bend 15 on the B. So, oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that when you do this, let it down and then bend up a half step again and kill it with your right hand. So after you've bent that 15th fret on the B up, hit 12 on the B again. And then 15 to 12 on the B. So here's the last bit of the solo. So you're just bending up 14 on G, back to 14 on G, pull off to 12, to 14 on the D, and you do that twice. Okay, so if I take it from that bit, with the repetitive bit. Well, we've finally done it. We got through the intro, solo number 1, solo number 2, and the final solo. So have some fun with that. Some good licks there that you can use in your repertoire, especially this one. I like that one. I use that a lot in my playing, so you can rip off your favourite licks, you know, don't be afraid to do that because that's what music's all about. So have some fun with that. I'll see you on the next vlog.